Welcome back everyone, I'm Alan, bringing you your daily second stimulus check and stimulus package and latest information for Sunday, November 29th. I hope you're doing well given the situation we all find ourselves in. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel down below and leave a like and a comment. It's greatly appreciated and helps get this video to more viewers like yourself. And also, if you wouldn't mind sharing with your friends and family, because I'm sure they would like to have the most updated information on stimulus check and stimulus package. Let's get back to the video. President-elect Joe Biden says a bipartisan coronavirus relief plan requires to be pressed with instantly, which it ought to remain in the mold of the HEROES Act. A $3.4 trillion help proposition passed by Democrats in your House in May, yet ultimately blocked by the Republican-controlled Senate. Right now, Congress needs to integrate as well as pass a COVID alleviation package like the HEROES Act that your House passed 6 months ago, Biden tweeted last Monday. Once we shut down the virus and provide financial relief to employees as well as companies, after that we can construct back much better than ever before. However, now, negotiations are stopped while Congress is adjourned for Thanksgiving as well as Biden's administration concentrates full steam in advance on his shift to power in January 2021, following phenomenal holdups. However, today, negotiations are stopped while Congress is adjourned for Thanksgiving. And Biden's management focuses full speed in advance on his change to power in January 2021, following remarkable holdups. Exactly how badly does the United States economic situation need stimulus? A brand new report from the Economic Plan Institute suggests that Congress provide debt-financed fiscal support of $2 trillion between currently and also the middle of 2022. And after that proceeds support like $400 billion each year between after that and the end of 2024, with a slow-moving phase-out of this help after that. With countless Americans out of work directly owing to the coronavirus pandemic and also the last trickles of enhanced welfare due to run out come 26th of December, Josh Bivens clarifies that this plan needs to first stop the financial blood loss and after that repair the aspects that have actually been decayed away in order to restore a resilient economic climate. What's the holdup with the stimulus bill talks? Arrangements between the Democrats as well as the Republicans over a fifth piece of COVID-19 relief legislation have actually been at an impasse for several months, although Democratic arbitrator Nancy Pelosi and also the United States Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin seem to have actually remained in the same state of mind for another round of stimulus checks of $1,200. They have actually battled ahead with each other on numerous other aspects of the package, most significantly its general dimension and extent. While Pelosi, Democrat California, dropped the suggested amount in the HEROES Act to $2.2 trillion. Mnuchin elevated the White Home's offer from the $1 trillion in the HEALS Act, a bill suggested by Republican legislators in July, just regarding $1.9 trillion. After consulting with Kamala Harris, House Speaker Pelosi as well as a Senate minority Leader Chuck Schumer, DNY, Biden doubled down on an immediate call for significant stimulus on Friday. President-elect Biden, Vice President-elect Harris, Speaker Pelosi, as well as Leader Schumer went over the rises in COVID-19 infection prices as well as the matching financial strain that communities, working families, and also small businesses are experiencing throughout the nation, the quartet said in a joint statement. They agreed that Congress needed to pass a bipartisan emergency aid package in the lame duck session, and that package should include resources to fight the COVID-19 pandemic. Relief for working families and small businesses, support for state and local governments trying to keep frontline workers on the payroll, expanded unemployment insurance, and affordable health care for millions of families. However, current remarks made by considerable players on the Republican side of the process don't provide terrific reason for positive outlook over the leads of a quick deal on a significant bill. A Senate leader Mitch McConnell currently seems taking the stimulus lead on the Republican side, has declared he wishes to pass a bill this year too. But he just appears thinking about a skinny smaller sized as well as much more targeted costs, where the government doesn't spend as much cash. I do not believe the present scenario demands a multi-trillion-dollar bundle, McConnell said 2 weeks back. So I assume it should be highly targeted, very similar to what I put on the flooring both in October as well as September. Those bills constituted two $500 billion bundles, neither of that included a stimulus check to people. Vaccination news, Wall Street not hopeful for stimulus plan in 2020. Overall, then, the leads of a second stimulus payments being authorized as a component of a bipartisan alleviation before the end of December don't look as well good, since the fact that both houses of Congress is currently on a week-long recess for Thanksgiving as well as will certainly adjourn again for the last 10 days of 2020. Wall Street analysts' price estimate by CBS concur that Americans need to not anticipate a stimulus payment prior to 2021. With Deutsche Bank saying it views a financial plan enacted by the first quarter of 2021 as practical. The GOP unwillingness to pass stimulus has been increased by the information that United States firms Pfizer and also Moderna have actually achieved an efficiency rate of over 90% in tests on their prospect medicines. The initial inoculations might happen as early as the second week of December, Moncef Slaoui, a leader in the federal government's drive to generate an injection, informed CNN's State of the Union last weekend break. Could there be a stimulus check without a stimulus bill? One outside chance of wish for a check this year hinges on the possibility that some coronavirus economic relief measures can be consisted of a basic government financing expense that requires to pass Congress by 11th of December to avoid a government shutdown. What's the timeline to supply a stimulus check after it gets approved? Fortunately is that if a bill does get passed and that bill has stimulus checks for the American people sign in, the systems are already in position with the IRS. That will make the entire procedure run a great deal quicker the second time round. Back in August, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin stated it would certainly take around a week to process the first payments. I can get out 50 million payments swiftly. A lot of it right into people's straight accounts, he promised. Naturally, this does not indicate you'll absolutely get yours a week after pen most likely to paper in Congress. But there are some approaches of settlements that are slower than others. The fastest being direct deposit, after that paper checks, then the slowest is EIP, Economic Impact Payment cards. Essential to note, also in the earliest situation scenario, the initial checks most likely will not start arriving up until the second week of January. The earliest possible situation appears like this: if the president signs the bill into law on 13th of December, the first deposits would certainly be deposited the week of 28th of December. The first paper checks would certainly be sent out the week of 11th of January, and finally, EIP cards the week of 8th of February. The following feasible day for the head of state to sign a bill adhering to mid-December would certainly be 3rd of February. The direct payments would come the week of 8th of February, paper checks on 16th of February, and after that the EIP cards routing on 15th of March. Adhering to those two situations, according to CNET, the next days start in March and after that April specifically, with checks dripping in right through April as well as May. It is very important to note that the Internal Revenue Service doesn't have the capacity to send all checks at the same time. They've up until now sent 160 million of them from the first stimulus, as well as some individuals are still waiting. The IRS has said it can deliver 5 million to 7 million paper stimulus checks a week, and that they will certainly prioritize those most in need. So they'll begin with people whose modified gross earnings, or AGI, is less than $20,000. Let me know what you make of this information. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel below and give us a big thumbs up. See you in the next video.